is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7-yard pickup. Brings up
a first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To Joe Mixon.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Patrick Queen. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd.
Go time, baby.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Is good. Makes the score Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was
Tony Brown there on the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
on 2nd and 9. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Mixon with a first down carry. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That right there, Charles, I think is a prime example of what they're scared of. They said, yeah, you can run. We know you can take off, but be smart. He got hit pretty hard there.
A lot of these young quarterbacks, they like to tell us that they become running back.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Burrow on play action. Now Burrow loses the football.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A fumble on the play.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens nothing.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
The Raven first down.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
The 38-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They go play action with Burrow. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it, pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, Oftentimes you wide too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A short throw caught by Andrews. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's now fourth down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The 34-yard line.
On second down, here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again, it's Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And 13.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And here as he's taken down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout
A big loss
as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And it's fielded at the 34. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He uncorks it for Snead. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
intercepted. The Bengals take over.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. A big connection on that one. And even 40 yards.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a dump off here complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Again, it's Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The tackle made.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run here with Bernard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson will throw again. He uncorks it for Snead, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Second down and 10.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Jackson will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. But they'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Bengals 23, Ravens 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Burrow's pass intended for Joe Mixon. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets... out of bounds.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A 28.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
First down, Baltimore.
And Jackson throwing once more. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Bengals 30. Ravens 27. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to on first down. Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a 14-yard.
Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On first down, Mixon. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Again, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. But it's going to be second down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing now is Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Now Jackson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
On the tackle.
Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Got a man open. It's Ross. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Open man is Ross, complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next.